Hey everyone, welcome back to the Film Frontline. I'm so excited you're here because today we are diving deep into the absolute chaos and high stakes glamour of Prime Video's newest obsession. If you've been waiting for Sophie Turner to finally drop the corset and the tiara and show us what she can really do in a modern, gritty setting, then Steel is exactly what your watch list needs. We're talking heist vibes, government conspiracies, and a girl boss protagonist who is perfectly messy. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's break down why this show is about to be your next weekend binge. Steel centers on a high-stakes robbery at a top-tier financial firm called Lochmill Capital in modern-day Britain. Now, this isn't just any firm. They handle the pensions of everyday people. When a group of masked thieves in prosthetics storms the office, they aren't looking for jewelry. They are after the digital gold. They force our protagonist, Zara, played by the magnetic Sophie Turner, and her best friend Luke, to transfer £4 million under duress. From the jump, the show creates the suffocating atmosphere of corporate dread. Zara is your typical, exhausted 20-something who is just over it. She's smart, she's observant, but she's stuck in a cycle of endless spreadsheets and weekend benders to forget her weekday reality. But here's where it gets juicy. After the heist, she becomes the prime suspect. DCI Reese Kovac, played by Jacob Fortune Lloyd, starts breathing down her neck, and what started as a simple bank robbery spiraling into an MI5-level conspiracy. The writing comes from S.A. Nikias, and you can tell he knows how to layer a mystery. Every time Zara thinks she's figured out a motive, she literally says, "There's another bloody layer." And she isn't kidding. We're looking at themes of economic inequality and the ethics of who really owns money. There are some serious Mr. Robot meets Inside Man vibes here. Let's talk about the Easter eggs and the structure. The show is a classic slow burn for the first 3 episodes. It's building the world, showing us the cracks in the financial system, and making us question if Zara is actually a victim or a mastermind. But once you hit episode 4, total game changer. The pacing shifts from a walk to a sprint. We see Zara playing a high-stakes game of chess with multiple opponents: the police, the thieves, and the shadows behind the government. Okay, let's get into the real talk. My personal take: Sophie Turner is the absolute soul of this series. We've seen her as Sansa Stark, the survivor, and Jean Grey, the powerhouse, but in Steel, she is human. She's messy cool. She makes mistakes, she gets scared, but she is never, ever the damsel. She is consistently one step ahead of the men trying to outsmart her. And seeing her find her teeth in the middle of a crisis is so empowering to watch. However, it's not all perfect. While Sophie is carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders, the supporting cast feels a bit thin. DCI Reese has the subplot about gambling debt that honestly feels like filler. It doesn't really go anywhere, and it takes away from the main tension. And then there's Luke. To be blunt, he is incredibly annoying. It's hard to see why a girl as sharp as Zara would even be friends with him, let alone risk her life for him. His character lacks that it factor that makes you care if he makes it to the final credits. The ending is also going to be polarizing. Without giving too much away, the reveal of the mastermind behind everything feels a little preachy. It tries to make a huge moral point about society that feels a bit on the nose compared to the sleek, smart buildup of the earlier episodes. It's one of those shows where the journey is definitely more exciting than the destination. But honestly, even with a slightly meh finale, the ride there is so addictive that you won't even care. It's the perfect one more episode kind of show. So, is Steel going to be your new personality for the next week? If you love a complicated woman taking on a corrupt system, then the answer is a hard yes. Sophie Turner has officially entered her girl boss era, and I am here for it. But I want to know what you think. Does a preachy ending ruin a good thriller for you? Or are you just in it for the twists and turns along the way? Drop your theories in the comments. Could there be a season 2 in the works, or is this a one and done masterpiece? If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the Film Frontline for all the latest Hollywood tea and reviews. I'm your host, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay bold.